I was really enjoying that song, and for a second I was going to get lost in it and forget what I was doing. And that's probably mostly because I'm pretty exhausted today. So we're in the middle of March break, and I'm entertaining little ones, and we're having lots. Whoa, that wasn't very nice. And I'm having lots of fun doing that because kids are a lot of fun. So it gives me a break, but I've been throwing in some work in there and juggling things. And I've had this like huge shift yet again. But wow, I can't articulate the information I have received, but I believe all those years has just made this like bing, 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 bing connection to everything I always knew, but so much clarity has come into my knowing. And I'm still processing it. I know I'm dreaming. When I'm dreaming, I'm flying and learning. I'm reading. Then when I'm reading, it's confirming what I now know I know. It's really neat because we're all connected to infinite intelligence. And as we release layers of resistance and really start to open up, we can get these tremendous downloads of so much information. And I know it's really cute because a lot of people say, I don't know what Brenda's saying most of the time, but it feels good. So they're just basting in the energy, which makes me laugh because I just put up a testimonial from someone I read. Sometimes the testimonials are long and people don't put them on Google, so I was reading it. And this one person said, sometimes I don't know what Brenda's saying, but it just feels so good. So just stay there and baste it. And a lot of the times, you're right. I'm not talking to your logical mind, your left brain, let's say. I'm talking to that subconscious where it's starting to trickle in, and over time you kind of get it, right? It's like I've been reviewing. Hold on a second. I'm thinking of the word. Referring clients to read a book. Now I'm going to put it out there, but this book is not for everyone. But if you have this feeling inside saying, I want to check it out, it is I Am the Word by Paul Selig. It is a series of 12 books. His 12th book is not out yet. Warning, warning, warning. When you start these books, they are profound. They have a vibration to the book, just like many of them do. For instance, there's The Power of Now from Eckhart Tolle. When I first picked up that book, someone told me about it, it vibrated so intense I couldn't read it. So I always tell people, put the book under your pillow and sleep with it and let it work with you. And they're like, what? You want me to sleep with a book? Yeah, for about 2 weeks. That book's energy will work on you to chip away at resistance so you can then open it and read it. And it's funny because this one person bought the book and they said, well, the book looks a lot smaller than what you showed me. And I'm like, well, that's just your resistance telling you, don't read the book, put it down. Well, of course, why do we have resistance? It's because we're human and we have a shadow side and we have the light side. And that is what humanity is going through right now. We are healing and going back to who we truly are, which are light beings that are compassionate and kind and loving. We don't need duality. So anyone who says, I beg to differ, we need duality, we've had duality, we've had enough of it. And if you are bored, tired, just done with the fighting on this planet and the arguing and what we're doing to this planet, the harm we're doing it, the harm we're doing to each other, the judgment, the greed, the this, the that, then raise your hand and say, I'm done with it. Take me back home because I am one that's working very diligently to get back to that new world, the one that we came from, that 5D world. What does that mean? There's a 3D, a 4D, a 5D. It has to do with the duality and the experiences. So when we're in 5 dimensions, yes, there's less duality, meaning Actually, there's no duality. There's less experiences because of the lack of duality. So, can you imagine being able to create whatever you want to create, where compassion and cooperation is key, where your physical form, you're still physical, but it's so light and there's no more disease and there's no more heartache and there's no more sore bodies and pain and suffering and depression and despair and fighting, and there's none of that. And then some people will say, oh, but that's boring. Well, that's what got us into the 4D and the 3D. It was experimenting. It's like, oh, 4D is fun. Look, there's manipulation and control. Let's play in that. But when you start to dip into a lower dimension and you're playing with the duality, well, you kind of almost get sucked into it. And then you kind of go down, down, down as you experience more. Well, wouldn't it be really beautiful? Just like we went down, down, down. Now we're going up, up, up. But haven't you noticed that going up is a lot more work? Yeah. Why is that? Because we are in the 3D reality, which has a lot of negativity, a lot of dense energies, like we're walking in the soup a lot of the times. Interestingly, when I am at home on the farm, there is a lightness on this property, and probably because of my partner who has a very high frequency, that I'm really starting to notice, like so noticeably, that when I leave the property and I start to drive, my body's like, no, don't leave, because it starts to feel heavier as I leave, as I start to move more to more dense cities and more noise and more energy. It's just like, but I don't want to become one of those people that, just stay home. And so I do like to go out and mingle and do things, and I do that, and I kind of sometimes have to force myself to do that because I do like kind of all the experiences. But there is something always nice about coming home. But there's just a very nice peacefulness out here. And the other day I was outside talking to the stars, as I always do, because stars are groups of consciousness. And I always, have my little chats out there. And sometimes I see the most beautiful things, like a shooting star or some other light out there that I'm not even sure what it is. And I just assume it's some ET waving, and I'll just pretend that because it makes me feel happy. And, I just sit out there, and I don't want to go inside because it's so brilliant, the stars, and it's so exciting. So wherever you are and wherever you're at on your healing journey, there's only so much a healer can do for you. A lot of this healing comes from you, your hard work, your motivation to find out who you authentically are. We can hold the space for you. And the way I work is I hold the space. So I'm not the healer. I kind of get out of the way, to be honest. And these beings of light have always come through me, and they do the work, and they work with your higher self. So there we are, two humans sitting across from each other, and we're kind of out of the way, and these beings of light come in and they work with your higher self. And why is your higher self in control? Because it knows exactly what you need. It loves you so much. It's you with a broader perspective of everything and anything you've ever done in any lifetime and any planet. So our souls have been here, been around, be much before Earth was created. And our souls are going to be around beyond Earth, let's say. And can we date our souls? Don't know exactly. I know we're all just magnificent beings of light, and we take these human forms, and we choose to come here, and it is difficult a lot of the time, especially right now when we are on planet Earth at the most exciting time to be on planet Earth. And why is it the most exciting time? Because planet Earth has dipped down to the darkest of the dark, and now she's shifting out of it, and we, as blessed humans on this planet, are going with her. Now, this is where you have the personal choice to go or not go. So free will is yours. So you have the free will to heal. You have the free will to do the work. There is not any healer out there that can hold the space and magically heal you. Healing is hard work. It's quite honestly hard work. And for those of you on like the chat, I know a lot of you have been on this journey for a very long time. And I've only been doing this for 15 years. And I know people have been doing this for 32 years. And they're breaking the way for us. But it is an endless releasing the dark, bringing in the light, releasing the dark, bringing in the light. And a lot of people will say, well, it's not fair. If I'm a light worker, why do I have so much to heal? I know it's kind of this thing I can't really explain, but the light workers, the old souls, the ones that are here to hold the light for humanity, do have the heaviest karma, the heaviest lessons to go through. And it can be very exhausting as I sigh and take a deep breath, looking at all that I've been through. But isn't it beautiful when you're on the other side of it and you see what you've been through and you're like, wow, I survived it? Not everyone can survive what we survived. Not everyone's tough enough to get back up and try again. There have been many nights, and I know there's been many nights of a lot of people that I've worked with, including myself, that have had those dark nights of the soul, not just one, but many, as parts of us heal. And sometimes there are, from this lifetime, where we have a moment in time that really was traumatic, and it branches off and it's replaying and it's replaying, and this trauma is replaying and that trauma is replaying and that trauma is replaying, because some of us have had it pretty tough, and all those replayings of aspects of you from this lifetime. So here you are trying to heal, and there's age 4 of you and age 6 of you and age 3 of you that's in suffering and pain as it's replaying these moments in time or soul fragments. And these types of calls start to heal and bring them in. There's an integration required. There's healing required. Now, we can go through all different aspects of what's healing on these calls, or when you have personal sessions, or when you're doing work. And again, I'm just going to look here because somebody said, I want to read them. Okay, so a lot of you are saying they have great books, but they don't read them, right? Because we're procrastinating. I believe that procrastination is a few things. One, it could be your own resistance, because there's that part of you that doesn't want to move forward. Books are very powerful. They're information. They open your minds. They heal. So sometimes it's just not the right timing. So I recently came to a book that was, I think it was referred to me probably 4 years ago. They said, Brenda, you need to read this book. And I said, okay, I'll put it on my list. And I've tried to buy it many times. It just never worked. And then recently, I just came into my view again. I bought it. I read it in 3 nights. And I was like, oh my goodness. I understand why I didn't read the book 3 months ago or 1 year ago. I couldn't have handled the content. It was like way out of this world, but it all makes so much sense now. So as we are learning and as we're growing and as we're really figuring out who we are, how this universe works, and how Earth is integrated into this big scheme of things, and it's just grander and grander and grander, it can be mind-blowing. And that's why healing is a journey. We need to heal in layers. We release a layer, we bring in light. We release a layer, we bring in light. And we just keep doing that, and we just keep doing that, and we learn more. And those narrow visions that we were once had start to slowly open up and slowly open up and slowly open up and slowly. And I always think like, wow, I get it. And then what happens? It blows my mind, and boom, they show me something else. I'm like, oh. And the reason they didn't show me that earlier is because I couldn't handle it. And if you go too fast, you actually can become psychologically imbalanced. Now, what happens with some people when they go too fast in their healing, they can become very confused. lose their footing, not really sure what's what, but you can also start to think that you are the chosen one and you're better than someone else. And that's usually an indication there's something off balance, because we are all magnificent beings. We're all the same. The only difference is there's some of us who've chipped away at more of the resistance than others. There's some of us who have had more lifetimes to have a little more knowledge or wisdom. Doesn't make us better. Our souls are beautiful, are important. We're all magnificent beings, and we all can tap in to this healing energy. There's been many masters that have come to this planet. Now, we as humans or organized religions will say this prophet or this master belongs to this religion and divide us, because what does the dark energy of this planet love to do? They love to divide us by religion, by economic class, by culture, by borders, by this, by that. But in the end, when I work with clients, these masters come in, and people kind of get shocked sometimes. We're like, well, how did that master come through? Because you're some white girl. And I just laugh, because the masters are beyond our division in humanity. They're there for all of us. Now, some masters come through to talk to a specific group only because they can hear that better. And some will go through a different group. But it's all the same information, and they're coming in differently to help us get over our barriers of our division. And when you realize we are all one, we share the one field. When somebody breathes, 48 hours later, their breath from the other side of the world is something we're breathing. So we are breathing the same air that so many people are breathing, that are suffering and are pain and despair. And I'm not saying this to upset anyone. It's just reality. So if you're a sensitive person and you're feeling the heaviness of the planet, well, of course you can, because we're breathing in, we're all connected. So somebody suffering out across the world, their pain is felt through us. Now, we don't want it to bring us down, because then we're really not, holding the light. What we want to do, and it's calls like this, or things you might be doing on your own, or it's holding that light, or taking a moment every day and sending out peace. We are blessed to be able to be comfortable, have the food we need, have the hot water, drink water when we want, enjoy ourselves, enjoy March break, drive in our cars, go to work, all those beautiful things. And if we're blessed to do that, we're also blessed to be able to hold the light for those who can't. So what we do in these types of calls, and we try to do every day, is as we hold the light, we are holding the light for those who can't. And what that does is it emanates a beautiful energy to those that we don't know, we can't see, we don't know them personally, but I know it works. And what do? They feel love in their heart. They feel peace. They know they're not alone. And as we start to break through their resistance, they realize they matter. Because we all matter. And until humanity decides that every soul out there matters, and we're not quite done, right? So that's why we keep chipping away and we keep working. I can't explain everything that's come to me recently, and maybe in the little while as we do the calls, more information will be kind of set out. But what I realized to even more extent is how we are so connected, and how this is such bigger than just Earth itself. These beings of light that come through, they're a part of us, and they love us so much. And I've always known that, but it's so clear and so magnificent and so beautiful. Do you really know how magnificent you are? Do you realize that the petty things that make us disappointed or upset are just the negativity of this planet trying to keep you out of your magnificence? So if you can feel that part of you that gets inspired and excited and in awareness and connected, of course, that's where we want to stay. But with everything coming at us, I know we dip. I get it. And it's really interesting today. I worked on a client and I was feeling really great before the client. And the client was a bit heavy, and most are, so it's fine. But when they left, I started to get annoyed. And I don't get annoyed easily. Like, I was getting annoyed at silly things. I'm like, there's something seriously wrong here. And what it is after a session, I will generally tidy up the energy right away. But I kind of got distracted and did a few things. But what I could feel in my vibration was annoyance. Now, I wasn't all the way there. Like, I didn't fall right down. But once you start to feel what you feel like, when you feel elated and excited and inspired and on top of the world, which you're supposed to feel like, because that's your birthright, because you are a magnificent being of light, and you should look in the mirror and say, I love you so much, and mean it. And if you can't look in the mirror in your eyes and say that, I would suggest you practice it every single day, because you are so magnificent, so empowered. Bring back that power. This is what the dark energy of the planet does not want you to know. And we're breaking free. We're breaking out of the illusion of this. Humans are nothing. Humans are this. Humans are that. Just do what we say. No. Do what's in your heart. Love yourself. Love yourself. Love yourself. Love yourself. And how do you do that when you don't have that self-love? You chip away at that dark shadow side of you and bring in more light and keep doing it. And you never give up. And some days you may want to give up, but you never get it up. You might have a little pity party, and it's okay to have those pity parties. It's okay, because sometimes as you are healing, that old repressed energy is coming up for healing. You don't have to remember it. You don't have to replay it. You don't have to figure out where it's from. All you have to say is, I acknowledge this really crappy feeling. It sucks. I feel it. And I'm now allowing it to heal, because I'm a magnificent being of light. Beings of light do whatever you needed to release me from it. And then you'll start to raise your vibration again. And then you might feel good for a few minutes and it comes back. Just keep doing it. I get it. It's going to be frustrating. You may have to tap. The tapping is really, 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 really powerful. If you're a tapper, keep doing it. There were some days where I used to tap 100 times a day. Like, and I laugh at my journey, and it's not so funny when, you have a family that's watching you go through it, and they're like worried for you, but they don't know how to tell you they're worried, and they don't understand what you're going through, because not everyone goes through this deep healing. Not everyone, everyone's journey is different. Everyone's journey is, at the right time. So you might be one of those people who are alone in your family going through the journey, as your mom or your dad or your sisters or your brother or your cousins looking at you saying, what is going on with you? Why are you such a mess? Life isn't that hard. And they're living a much easier life. Don't compare yourself to those others, because we're all different. We're all unique. So the ones that are here to hold the light for others come with a very heavy package of things to learn. Generally, it's self-love, self-respect, boundaries, and all those things. And those lessons can be very tough. And as you're going through them, you can feel like your heart's broken. You can feel physical pain. You might want to vomit. You have diarrhea as this darkness is coming out of you. And I just, I laugh sometimes, because when clients are going through things, and I've been through a lot, so I'm like, yeah, it's okay. It's normal. And then some people say, what I love about you, Brenda? All these horrible things I'm going through, you've been through them. And then they try to surprise me with something. I say, oh my gosh, I've actually had that same experience on this time, and we can relate. And you can bring some humor into it, because we're all very different, but the experiences are somewhat similar, right? So when you feel alone in the physical world, I know it could be lonely, but in the spiritual world, you're never alone. So ask for help, ask for those hugs, ask for that love, because you're never alone. And that alone feeling, sometimes you could be a very loved child where your parents, everyone loves you, but you still feel alone. because they don't understand you. But there's also sometimes that feeling inside that nobody understands me, no one loves me. That's sometimes part of that patterning, that negative thought that is false, but it's really deep ingrained in our psyche and subconscious, right? It could be created from a past life trauma, it could be created from a childhood trauma, it could be created by many different traumas. We're very multidimensional beings. We hold a lot of stuff from a lot of different experiences. And sometimes it's not even our own personal experience. It is an experience that we have seen. Perhaps you saw someone who was beaten and that weren't able to do anything because you were too young, or something happened to someone but you were not able to help, and that guilt. There's so many different experiences humanity goes through, and if you allow those to heal, as hard as they are, because there are sometimes people like, I don't want to heal this experience, it's so deep in the vault, it's so horrible and horrific, I don't want to open it up. But unfortunately, if that doesn't heal, it stays there weighing you down. And one day, when your higher self sets you up, you are going to be able to handle it. Because we heal in layers, and we heal what we're ready to heal. And that's why when I work with people, I always leave it to their higher self to present what's ready for healing. And sometimes it's 1,000 things, 2% on that, 5% on that, but it's all stuff the person can handle in a session. Now, some people can handle bigger things and some people littler things. So your higher self is going to take you at a speed you can handle. So you allow your higher self to guide you. You allow yourself to heal at your own pace. If someone suggests a book, you know what? Look at the book. Ask your higher self, okay, this is what was brought to my attention. Is it right for me right now? You may get a very strong no, put it away. But 4 years later, you might open up that book and say, I can't put it down because it's exactly what you need at this time. So when I say, hey guys, Paul Selig, I Am the Word, very powerful book. But if you pick it up and go, oh, this just, put it away. I've done that with many books. I've done that with many different podcasts or different channels. They just didn't resonate with me. And it's okay. Go at your own pace. Love yourself where you are. Look in the mirror and say, I love you just the way you are. It's a journey. And as long as you're saying, I'm going to work on myself, I'm going to be a kind, compassionate person, and I know I might have a mean streak, let's say, but I'm going to work at it, because this new world we're going into, we got to let all that negativity go. So that means the judgment of others, like you're at home and, there's always those, I'm not judging, I'm just giving you an example here. Those people who are at home that act one way, yelling, screaming, doing whatever, and then they're out in public and they're so nice to everyone else, and you're all confused, like, how is it that person yelling and screaming in the house but then acts so different? Well, they're just putting on the show. Is that person very kind? I would say no. They still have some healing to do to figure out what's going on inside, but even that person, if they make the effort, they can heal. Anyone can heal. So we all have the shadow side. We all have the light side. And sometimes that shadow side is hurting people outwardly, maybe judging them, causing a ruckus in people's lives. But sometimes that shadow side is hurting yourself. And that's with the self-judgment, the lack of self-love. And sometimes it's a bit of both. There's this going on this way, it's going that way. But the cool thing is, we're in this beautiful arena of healing. We are being supported, like tremendously supported to heal at this time on planet Earth. This is the coolest time to be on Earth. It is the most powerful time to heal. Sessions are extremely strong. It's like, wow. things like this, these group sessions are becoming so profound and so strong. I'm getting these emails coming in after these calls from people who say, hey, I'm watching your calls from the sidelines. I don't join your chat, but this has happened. And actually, one that just pops in my mind is I got a lovely email from someone who said they've been watching this for quite a long time. Their favorite nights is Tuesday. That's their self-care day. And they have an exam on Thursday because they are writing their last nursing exam. So good luck to that. I know who you are. I'm thinking of you. And the neat thing is, those emails are so touching because I know I get huge benefit from these calls. And I know the chat people do as well, because I know a lot of you very personally. And it's so beautiful to see us learning and growing. And we're all doing this together. So I thank you for being on these calls, because I get a recharge. Today, I could definitely use it because I had a tough session. I did get rid of the crankiness. I zenned out. I'm here. But I'm sure, I'll just get another burst of this beautiful energy. And it kind of just really fast forwards me for the next while. So thank you. Now we're going to get into I'm just looking at the chat, make sure I didn't miss anything. If you have anyone you're worried about, you can either put them in the chat. I don't think the chat's public anymore. It's only for people who are seeing it at live. I don't think it gets recorded now. So if you wanted to put someone you're worried about, we can all combine our energy and send it out. But you can say it personally. You can talk to the guides. You don't have to say why you're worried about them. Just say, I'm sending out this energy. I'm asking that person to be encompassed in love. And it's up to that person's higher self to accept it. You may have your pets beside you, and I get a lot of people who relax with their animals, and apparently the animals jump on the couch and they're ready. And it's so cute because someone said I had an angelic voice. I said, seriously? I had no idea. So let's allow, that's kind of one of my down points. I never really like the sound of my voice. It's like, it's one of those voices like, and does anyone really like the sound of their voice? I'm not sure. So now we are going to allow this healing energy to come through. There's nothing you need to do. You can relax. You can close your eyes or open your eyes. I'm going to play some music. If you like the music, great. If you like me talking, great. But if the music bothers you or my voice bothers you, just turn it off and allow the energy to encompass you. It's the energy that's doing the work. I'm kind of talking us to get us into a place of reception and allowance. It's easy to send love. It's hard to accept it for many of us on these calls. So what I would love you to do is go into that acceptance mode and say, I am going to allow anything that's ready to heal, whether it's emotional, physical, mental. Just let it go. Now, some of you say you feel pretty crappy on the day of the call. This is completely normal because you're starting to get ready for it. For those regulars who know, it's like, I just feel like I'm in my crap. And maybe that's what was happening with me today. And I'm just like, okay, why am I cranky? And let's let all that go. So sending healing energy to people's kids, to their mothers and fathers. I have a list of people in my head from people who not constantly, but have told me about their loved ones. So I do get a lot of those emails. So I do keep them in my heart, and I'm sending out love to all of them as well. And then we get into that greater sending it out to Mother Earth, and the energy's already flowing. So let me stop talking before I jump on another topic, because I could really feel like chatting some more. Okay, music is going on, so please let me know if it is good. The balance between my voice and the music, and if it's too loud, either one, let me know and I'll balance it out for you. I use my computer for a lot of things, so it's like the music's always changing, so it's hard to keep it consistent on this end. All right, I'm just going to come back and I'm going to drink some water. I'm going to wait for the we're good. Lots of things bubbling up for people. Okay, I'm going to say hey out there to all these beautiful souls on the call, whether they're in the chat or not in the chat. And again, You might be watching this live. You might not be watching this live. It doesn't matter. This energy, this beautiful beings of light know who's on the call now and who will be on the call and who's going to watch the call 5 times. It'll work each time you watch it. Music up a bit. Okay, thank you, Lynn. I am going to find my music and put it up just a tad. Here we go. Now tell me if I'm good. I'm going to drink some water and we'll begin. Okay, we're going to start, my friends. We got this. So I'm ready to allow this love to flow. And as it flows into each and every one of us, we're all in our own octahedrons of love. Although we're here together, we're getting a separate healing. You have your own beings of light that are working directly with you. Your higher self is in control. So we know we're completely safe. We know we're working with beautiful, divine, loving energy. So what do we get to do now? We get to relax and allow the love to do what it does best. Heal us at whatever level and wherever we need it. Allowing deep breaths, and I'm going to allow you to breathe at your rhythm that you're comfortable with. There is no right or wrong. You are breathing in and breathing out. And if you have tension in your body, allow those breaths to come into those areas. You can move around. And I'm already feeling super dizzy. Not to worry if you feel dizzy. It's just the energy is really intense at this time. Just breathing through it. And imagine every time you take a breath of this beautiful air, it is infusing to every cell of your body with light and love. You might be vibrating right to your fingertips and down to the bottom of your toes. Moving around, letting go that tension, knowing you are completely safe and protected. Now, some people have been reporting that they're seeing the whitest light, and they assume the lights are on their room, but they're not. This powerful energy is getting stronger by the minute on this planet. The healing energy on this planet is getting stronger and stronger. So every session we do together is more magnified. And for some, and actually this is happening to me right now, I'm developing tears in my eyes from the intensity of the light, from the intensity of the energy. And what it's doing when those tears start to come up is breaking resistance. And you can say something like, I am allowing myself to heal. I'm ready to be released from any negativity that's up for healing today. I don't have to understand it. I don't have to trace it back. I'm acknowledging it and letting it go. And as we are healing, this beautiful light is weaving through every cell of our body. Our essence is just lighting up. Our auric fields and biofields are bright and beautiful. And with every healing, our chakras are being cleansed and balanced, and our meridian systems are being unknotted. So we have this fully functional, energetic system, allowing our emotions to process correctly, allowing balance, allowing this beautiful leveling out of our emotions, giving our immune system, our innate smart body, the power to do what it does best, heal. So activate those cells. Ask your smart body, your innate system, say, hey, I'm getting out of the way. Heal this body. I'm so ready. I accept myself as I am. I love who I am. I am magnificent. I love this body. I love my connection to Source. I love the connection to all these beautiful beings that are supporting us. I love my connection to Mother Earth because every cell of your body came from Mother Earth. She loves you so much. And as we heal, she heals. And as she heals, we heal because we're all in this together. Look, you're glowing. Wow. Suddenly it's like there's this white light around all of us and we're glowing so beautifully as we're being worked on. Now just take a few minutes now to bask in that energy, no matter how you feel it or you might not feel it, it's working. Just bask in that love. Wow, extremely powerful and beautiful. And if old memories are coming up, just allow them to go. I don't need them anymore. Thank you. You take those away too. Thank you. And you take that away as well. Thank you. Just allowing that love. Allowing these beings of light to lighten your load. To reconnect you with your magnificence. And to open up that beautiful channel between you and your higher self. So you can get that guidance you need to make the right decisions. It is our connection and an awareness that helps us make the best decisions for ourselves. May those connections get stronger. May our healings be more successful as we're more open than ever before. Allowing you to smile more and relax more. Sometimes we take life much too seriously. Allowing ease and flow and fun and inspiration to come into our lives. Now, although your healing is continuing, this entire time we're going to start making those special intentions to anyone we might be concerned about. You don't need to repeat why, just imagine, know, trust, and intend this energy to be made available to your list of people, pets, places, events that you'd like some extra love at this time. And as your intentions are being made, imagine this beautiful energy being made available to all your loved ones. Again, we can't force the energy, we're just making it available. It's up to them to use it or not. And now we're inviting this beautiful, powerful love and light to enter our homes, clearing away any negativity and replacing it with God's love and light. It's being made available to everyone in your home. Your pets are already absorbing that energy. We're going to amplify it for your pets and your family members, whether they're watching or not. And there's this lightness in your house, this harmony, this peacefulness. And as this beautiful light continues weaving through your home, and you continue your work, it's all being done. There's nothing you really need to do but stay in allowance, based in the energy, and allow the healing. I give myself permission. I'm releasing anything seen or unseen, hidden on all levels, step-asides. We're breaking psychological reversals, allowing this healing to go so deep, breaking any ancestral wounds, healing those, or past lives that need a healing at this time. We're all unique, and whatever's up for healing today for you is taking place with tremendous love and care. And for those of you who have already gone to dream state or nice meditation, you're not even hearing the words, and that's completely fine. You don't hear the music anymore. You're just allowing this beautiful energy to penetrate every cell of your body. Your subconscious is letting go those self-esteem issues, those lack of loves, the anger and self-doubt you have for yourself. It's being replaced by, I am magnificent. I am healthy. I am worthy. I am deserving. I am kind and compassionate. I matter. I'm beautiful. And I am perfect just the way I am, and getting better and better every single day. And for those who are just floating in the galaxies with the stars, bathing in the energy, saying, I don't want to leave. You don't need to leave. Stay and allow the healing. And if any of you are having a bit of anxiety or tears, allow it to come up. That's just stuck energy healing. Allow those tears, let them go. You're surrounded by beings of light who know exactly what to do. They're working with your higher self that loves you so much. You're healing at such a beautiful, deep level. Tomorrow you're going to feel lighter and brighter. You might feel that instantly, but sometimes the readjustment takes a few hours or a day. This energy is so intense, it's going to work on you for the next few days, bringing clarity and love and understanding. Imagine these waves of light weaving through your body. Every cell of your body is being surrounded by these beautiful beings of white light. The negativity, the sadness, the sorrow, the despair, the anger, the frustration, the anxiety, starting to melt away, just leaving your field, leaving the earth plane. And what do you have instead? This beautiful wave of light, replacing it all, increasing your light quotient, bringing more protection, more love, more calmness, more clarity. You may want to inhale that deep into your cells, anchor this feeling of peace deep within you. Wow, look at you. You're a magnificent being of light. You're beaming. You're bright. You're connected. Your entire house is just fluttering with this beautiful light. There's a peacefulness in your home. And now we're going to call on this energy. It's so powerful today. And I say that every time, but it seems more powerful today. And I believe the light quotient on this planet is increasing second by second, minute by minute, hour by hour, day by day, and week by week. So these weekly healing calls are becoming tremendously powerful. And as your healing continues, and as your house and your family members and your special intentions continue, we're now going to call these beings of light to assist us to create a tremendously large beam of light. And as this is coming together, it is going to start weaving through and around planet Earth, being made available to every living organism, no matter how big or small, along with every molecule of this beautiful planet, the soil, the water, the air. This powerful, loving light energy is so powerful, it can be made available to the darkest places on the earth and the lightest places. The most powerful energy on this planet in the universe is love. And what we are sending out today is a wave of love, so powerful. It's dissolving the darkness on this planet, bringing peace and love to every human on this planet. It's being made available to all the animals, the marine life, the plants, the atmosphere, the clouds. If you were to take a broader view, you could just see this wave of light doing what it does best, spreading its love, its healing. And now we're asking this energy, as it continues to do what it's used to, start to extend it into the universe and the multiverse, into beings of light that are helping in the star systems and the Milky Way and much beyond. There's so much out there more than the human mind understands, and we're all in this together. We're all connected, and we're ascending this light, knowing, trusting, and believing that is making a huge difference, bringing peace and compassion to the hearts of so many. Replacing despair with peace. your heart may be feeling that love so intensely right now. It's expanded as your light has joined in all of this beautiful light, because we're all in this together. We're all connected by this one field where time and space is no limitation for this energy. And tomorrow, when you look outside your window, you can smile knowing that you made a difference, that every particle, every molecule is infused with the love of God. And as you heal tonight, your body, mind, soul, allow these beings of light to do whatever you need. Just get out of the way and say, I surrender. I allow this healing. You're anchoring these thoughts that you matter, you're important, you're beautiful, you're magnificent, you are worthy and deserving. And tonight, when you go to sleep, you're going to be basted in this love. This energy is going to stay with you for days. Drinking lots of water to release any toxins. Beautiful. This meditation is coming to an end, although the energy is still very powerful. If you just want to stay in this energy and fall to sleep, just allow it to work on you. Feel free to just turn off the call now. For those of you who already checked out in a dream state, enjoy. Thank you all for attending. Know that we just made a huge difference in ourselves, our family, our friends, and the world. Mother Earth feels the love. Humanity's been basted in love. We've been basted in love. Allow whatever you're ready to allow. And be thankful and grateful to these beautiful beings of light that have helped us so tremendously today. The intensity is just picking up so much with these calls. Thank you all for joining. Thank you, thank you, thank you. May you all sleep well. In just a moment, I'm going to bring out the singing bowl I could just stay in this for another hour. Beautiful. All right. The music's going to come to an end slowly. And in just a moment, I'm going to bring out the singing bowl. Whoa, beautiful. I'm still buzzing from that one. Okay, just be one moment here. Just allowing that love to penetrate deeply. There we go. You're all very welcome. Thank you for joining. That was very beautiful. Thank you. That's all of us, these beautiful beings of light that love us so much. Whew. Okay. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. We'll join together again next Tuesday. Allow that energy to do what it does best. Just get into allowance. Thanks again for joining. Everyone, have a good night. Thank you.